Hi, everybody. My name is Lydia Middleton. I am the Executive Director of ASIS, and I am here with Camille Mathieu, who is a candidate for Director at Large for the ASIS Board of Directors. And we are going to ask her some questions to learn a little bit more about her perspective of ASIS. So let's get started. First of all, why are you a member of ASIS and what keeps you renewing each year?
Great. No, I love reflecting on ASIS at this stage. I've been a member of ASIS since I was a library student back in the 2013 to 2015 time period. And I've always kept up my membership since then because this to me is such an action-oriented professional organization. I love being part of it for that reason. Anything that you want to do in the professional sphere, if you want to publish, there's platforms for that. If you want to be involved in a conference or conference planning, speaking, there's ways to get involved with that. I've been part of awards committee before through ASIS. So I just think that the sheer scope of the different kinds of professional development activities that you're able to participate in as part of ASIS is a huge benefit for me in my work. That's why I keep coming back.
Fantastic. We're so glad you do. Okay. And what particular skills and experience would you bring to your role on the board?
I like to think that I'm a systems thinker. And so what I mean by that is I always am looking for ways to make work more sustainable, more repeatable, of a higher efficiency. So I always tend to take a bottom-up approach to solving problems, not only looking at sort of the surface level and what immediately needs to be done, which is also important, but also thinking about now that we're addressing this issue in real time right now, how do we also look down a few layers deeper and address what's causing that issue? And so I think that that's the skill set that I tend to bring is asking those sort of what if questions. So, okay, we've solved this problem for the time being, we've addressed it, but what do we need to do to make sure that it doesn't crop up again? Or what do we need to do to make sure that what was a missed opportunity this time is not a missed opportunity next time? And so that's the kind of perspective that I tend to bring to projects and organizations.
Fabulous. Thanks. Okay. What aspects of the current strategic plan would you be interested in focusing on during your tenure on the board?
There are so many parts of the strategic plan that really resonate with me and that I think are super well defined and intriguing. The ones that stick out to me the most, though, are definitely membership. I know that's a big thing for different professional organizations, including ASIS. The membership component, though, and sort of wanting to increase membership and better support membership, I think is something that I'm seeing a need for, not only within the professional development space, within the professional organization space, but also within the library and information sciences, knowledge management space in general, which is the area that I specifically work. I think that this is sort of a really exciting time to be an LIS type person. And in my industry, when I'm looking around and sort of trying to find people that have experience in knowledge management or some of the specific tasks related to that, it can be difficult to find applicants for jobs, and it can be difficult to sort of connect with like the next generation of LIS folks. And so I think that one of the things that I personally would like to spend some time on, give some thought to, is how to increase membership, specifically within student organizations, because there's such a rich potential there for us to connect with students and really inform the way that those folks, the next generation of LIS folks, are going to be performing in the field. So that's a huge one for me. I'm also, like I mentioned earlier, very intrigued and excited by all the different publication opportunities that ASIS has. I think that the component of the strategic plan that relates to new publication venues would be very great to be able to participate in as well. Not only new journals, things like the annual review, but also, what are the different formats that some of this information might be able to be put out in? The more formats we can have that are, well done and well curated, the more people we can connect with and the broader audience. So I think that would be a huge point of interest of mine as well.
Fabulous. Okay. And the last question, what is not addressed in the current strategic plan that you think would be important for ASIS to consider as it strives to be relevant in the future?
Yeah, and this, I did notice that in the fourth goal of the strategic plan relates to talking with global partners and making that connection stronger. I think, though, that one other component that's not really addressed is the fact that other types of industries, other domains, are becoming more and more interested in some of the work that has traditionally been LIS type work, library and information sciences type work. I see a real opportunity for professional organizations in our field, in our scope, to better represent ourselves to other professional organizations. For example, I do a lot of work with the federal government and with sort of that realm. And what's interesting is they all would like things to be better managed. They want to hire information managers, data managers, knowledge managers, but they don't always have a sense for what exactly those people can do. And I think that there's a real opportunity for us to connect with not only other professional library and information sciences organizations, but also maybe with other organizations that have to do more with how government management is done, or how spaceflight management is done. All these different industries. Sorry about that. All these different industries that are kind of rising might be able to, if we can connect with them and show them some of the skill sets that we bring to the table, I think, again, that's a really important way to potentially influence the development of the field into the future.
Terrific. Well, thank you very much for taking a few minutes and giving the ASIS membership an opportunity to know you better. I wish you the best of luck on the election.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.